Hello, folks. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this website called SciHub, which is short for, I think, Science Hub. So, this is a website which you can use to actually pirate research papers. Yes, that's right. So you can look for SciHub, and the latest website is called sci-hub.se, and you can put a reference. For example, let's look for a paid article. And by the way, you can actually see the mirrors over here. These are the different mirrors. You can find out all the mirrors over here. There is something called box, red. So this is the box one, and this is the red one. Alright. So you can actually put some URL here, and you'll actually notice. So every moment you'll actually notice something coming up here. So same is true here. Yeah, just let me see if I can actually answer it from some no, 52, 50. Oh, there's a lot being added. I'm not sure where they get this data from. So they have 88 million articles and they have a lot of users. Daily reads is like 4 million, right? And you can see this data in other places also. And you can actually check out. You need access to new papers after 2022. You can request it here. So you can actually just request for this. Uh, Looks like you can upload and request for the Scientific Communication Support Network. So open communication has always been a cornerstone of science. However, in the past 50 years, it has been largely obstructed by high prices that prevent free flow of information and exchange of ideas, effectively blocking and preventing new groundbreaking discoveries in science and medicine. So, yeah, I mean, these people are completely up for open knowledge and no paywalls to knowledge. I think this is similar to the thing that this person was doing, Aaron Swartz. He actually, I think, tried to, make some information open and then he died by suicide. So you can actually see. Uh, so he actually supported open knowledge and open access to information. So public access to quote electronic records. So public documents, movies, so I think he was trying to download some documents, code documents, federal code documents, and looks like they were accessible if you paid money, but then he tried to um, you know, make he tried to make them available outside of the expensive servers, right? So, one moment. So, I'm not sure what is this element. Need to check it out. Just okay. So, I was charging 8 cents now to that problem and we found it the non-profit. Public is a 100 should be free. So, it looks like. Public access to code electronic records was charging 8 cents per page for information that someone said should be free, right? And in this way, he tried to do that. So Aaron Schwartz is a very popular person. He's a person who created RSS. So he's a very brilliant guy. Unfortunately, he died by suicide. Um, And so similar to him, I think a lot of people out there want open access to knowledge and information, and hence these things where you know all these torrents and stuff for movies and media, and then also pirated books, ebooks. I made a previous video about pirated ebooks, which is Ocean of PDF in this case. And then you have pirated research papers, which came as a surprise to me. So it looks like they have some way of how it works and all. So it looks like there are some mean points to reward knowledge sharing. Creating a request, you can specify the amount of tokens uploader will receive for sharing the paper. However, the tokens will not be transferred after uploading the video right away, and only after you check the solution and click that sub button. Token subscribers from your account will be added to the uploader. Looks like there is some transaction going on, and you can actually read about these. So it's SciHub.ru sign it, and then there is sign it XYZ, and you can actually see the tokenomics for open science. So, open access movement, the revolution, decentralized science, and SciHub coins tokenomics roadmap towards open science. So they talk about how things work here, right? So this is the SciHub tokenomics for open science. So how they're using money and whatnot, and there's a lot of stuff over here. I think I still haven't understood all of it, but one thing I know is that you can actually get access to paid stuff over here. So I'm not sure how these people are explicitly and publicly putting their names over here. Um, Maybe this is not exactly pirated. I'm not sure. Something is about. Um, so it becomes one more research article because of that. So is it pirated? I'm not sure. Moment, any such pirated? Yeah. Who's downloading pirated photos? Yeah. So it's pirated black, open access is champion green and gold messages are. So yeah, there is a lot of information over here, and also let me give you an example. There is this thing called Springer, which is a journal, an organization that has journals. So let's say you went ahead and found a research paper that requires money, right, to read. Let's say software engineering subdisciplines. Okay, how do I actually subjects? Just a moment. Um, Computer science. Okay, just choose this. Let's back to this. Find a product visitor shop with more than 7 products. Okay, I think we might have to go here to be able to. Yeah, I think the string nature and then say some old one because 2020, this is 2024, okay. Then just say advanced start and let's say last 24 months and let's say artificial intelligence. This is a search something and let's see if I can actually find something. For example, this is an example. So can I download this video? This is open access article. Okay, I don't want this open access article. There is an open access article, so no. I want which are not open access. Can I get that? Uh, okay, neural virtual sensor for determination article. Okay. Is this open access? cool. So I can't access this, right? So starting from 10 chapters or articles per month, so this is what you need. So now if you get this URL and you can also check out, um, you can also ask the author, but if you let's say put this URL, let's see it comes up. Okay, how you can read a question the paper on the new platform SciHub. This is a social network for researchers with functionality of person. Cool. Let me see if I can actually find. Um, yeah, so doi.org is what you actually need, the URL. Okay, it goes to this. I think they don't have this. Yeah, they don't have it. Let me look for something older. I think 2022 is what they have. Let me look for custom dates. And NDR is 2022. And I want this English. Let's say I want machine learning. Let's just do this. Okay, article. Um, just a moment. Let me just get something. Let's say I take this out. And this is an article. If I want to cite this article, I need to get this. This was 1832. Wow. Can I access this? No, I need to actually log in, right? So if I do this, you can actually see this already coming up. So this is an 1832 paper, and I understand this is pretty old, but there are some newer stuff also that you can find. So here you can see it says scientific intelligence and comparative analysis, some stuff, right? Yep, scientific intelligence. Cool. And disciplines, some disciplines. Cool. Maybe let me put some recent dates so that it's easier. 2021 and then update results. Cool. So this, for example, conversion. I want something like a research article. I want a research article, and also I want it to be around, let's say, machine learning. Let's say this is the one we want, right? This is not open access, right? Um, if you get the DOI link, um, so you probably okay, this one has been saved. Like, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, it doesn't have this. It's fine. This is from computer, right? So let me see if I can actually get an older one. I wanted research articles, database, development, okay. This is also not accessible. I just uh, downloading directly, but how about this? Yeah, this is accessible. So this is basically the article, and you just got a Trapper-based speech selection using regression trees to predict intrinsic viscosity of polymer, and that's that. And you don't even have to put this URL, you can put the other URL. This is this one, um, and you should get it. Yep. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. You can actually access research papers, Seems like in a pirated way, and yeah, and something to check out. So I will probably read more about how these people do this. Here, controversial project in one sense, the goal of science is to provide free and unreserved on human mind. So I think it's pirated, yeah. So yeah, SciHub has been hit by many lawsuits, of course, because it's pirated stuff. From academic publishing companies like, say, Springer, for example, or I think there is also AI um, I think not AI triple E. I think it's called Computer Machinery. ACM is one. Association for Computer Machinery. And IEEE, I think, is one. Uh, so not AI triple E. So I think IEEE is short for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So this has research papers, and ACM also has a lot of research papers. And then there is Springer and whatnot. So people actually pay for these to get access to what do you say research papers. So for example, you can actually see I think publications, digital library. So you can actually see the digital library that they have, and here you'll notice a lot of stuff. And I think you need to pay a lot over here. Let me see if I can find something. Journals. So let's look at data science. And for example, yeah, here you can see how you have subscribed to this journal. So you subscribe, is it paid? I'm not sure. Subscribe. Yeah, the pricing. Okay, it says zero. Interesting. You need to sign in. Depends on your membership or subscription. Okay. So yeah, you need to basically buy it, and like once, I mean, let's say you notice something inside this journal. If you want to access it, then you can just go ahead and put it in SciHub and you should be good to go. So ACM, IEEE are all very popular, platforms out there. So you can actually join IEEE and see how mm, you can get access to uh, research papers, see groundbreaking research, and all. So yeah, and so yeah, I mean they insist that SciHub is not legal. Basically, these academic publishing companies and journal companies and accuse SciHub of copyright violation of piracy as the result of lawsuits. Access to SciHub is being blocked in some countries. The position of SciHub is the project is legal, while restricting access to information and knowledge is not. So the project is legal, while restricting access to information and restricting access to knowledge is not legal. So the current operation of academic publishing industry is massive violation of human rights. So yep. So yeah, I mean, you can go check out SciHub and download your research papers for free. Um, and maybe you can pay the author or just ask the author for free access to the research paper that they wrote. They might just give it to you. There are also websites called as ResearchGate that provide these. And yeah, there is also Google Scholar. But Google Scholar has only free stuff, I think. I don't think they have paid things, or maybe they point to paid things. I'm not sure. Um, just a moment. say artificial intelligence and into patents, create alerts. So you can see a lot of stuff over here. And hmm, I think I don't have much ways to filter here, but yeah, advanced search, interesting. So anyone article, and then in 2021, right? And let's just search for this. So, for example, this is actually, these refer to other websites. So you can actually see, for example, this is a research gate. It's a book, right? So get print book, and you just have to go to these websites to get the book. And there are also articles, of course, like research papers, for example, um, in review articles. So say a review of this. This is a PDF, and is it accessible? So it goes to IEEE, right? So interestingly, this might just be accessible. Okay, no. So if you want access to this, you can just go ahead and get this URL and maybe provide it to SciHub. Will it work? Yep, it worked. Awesome. So review of artificial intelligence, and we just got it. So instead of paying for this, right? So yeah, and you can also, of course, use other ways to get this. For example, you can access, I think, the DOI URL. I think DOI is basically an org. It's basically for digital object identifiers with a unique identifier. So yeah, I mean, you just have a DOI URL for your research papers usually, and you can just put that here in SciHub, or you can put other URLs also. And I think it still works, like this IEEE URL. Cool. So yeah, that's all I had for this video, talking about how do you get research papers in a pirated manner. I'll see you next one. Bye.